realm of the gods. So you read the Bible and you come across the word hell, and you think about the underworld with the spiritual demon Satan or Hellboy with a trident in his hand, and that's the Neptune and all that nonsense. Well, that's another name for Perseus. You know, you have all those different gods. So now the word hell, when you first read in the blue letter, it tells you where it goes to, but then it tells you that it was known as the grave. So when the pale horse came and death and hell followed it, that means death. Now he read you the definition of the word death. It says when the spirit leaves the body. You got something, Mark?
I'll jump right to the point. Revelations 20:14. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death.
So that's the pale horse. That's the pale horse. Because that mass death and the pale horse, death and hell followed it. It's talking about what? You can die by the sword, you can die by a plague, you can die by famine, you can die by starvation, which is famine. You can die by the missiles. There's all kind of ways you could die. So let's go back to the 8th verse again.
All right, this is back in Revelation, the 6th chapter, and verse 8 again, and it says, And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him, and power was given unto them.
That's why when you go to these jack-leg preachers, and you ask them the scriptures, ask them to break down the scriptures. Oh, by the way, remember that video that we put up about 2, maybe 3 years ago with, we call him Jay-Z, the Jehovah Witness guy? Well, I ran into him. Me and Yohanaba ran into him at an auto parts store, and he had a hat on, and he put his hat down low. He saw me when I came in. He had a trench coat, and when I was looking to see if it was him, right? And when I would look, you know how you looked at, he would go. Then I went on the other side, and he went. Then I kind of went like, I said, I didn't realize that was you. That's you, you know? I said, how you doing, man? I'm doing okay. He was, his legs are like spaghetti, man, all messed up, man. You know, now the reason why he was ducking me, because he's embarrassed about his legs. Because we used to argue, when I first came in the truth, that's when I met that clown. And we used to always argue the scriptures, right? And I would even go in his car, because I said, I ain't let you ain't coming in my house, but I'll go to your car. And we would go back and forth, and before I would leave him, I said, okay, I'm getting ready to leave you, but I'm going to leave you with this last cut. So I cut him, right? So I cut him with the scriptures, and I get out. He said, well, wait a minute, I'm going to have to leave you with a cut. So he called me something, leave me with a cut, and I would go like that, man, you know? Then we used to go back and forth through the years. Then one day I said, we're going right to his church. I found it was Kingdom Hall, man. But after that, that's when he got his leg messed up. At first, when he got his leg messed up, he even told me how he messed up his leg. He almost hit somebody. He hit the brakes real hard, and his leg kind of jammed on him. And through the years, his legs got worse and worse. So now, all this nonsense, he's talking about the love of Jehovah. When is Jehovah going to come down and heal your damn leg? You know? You got something? Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 14:9. It says, Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirs up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. I looked up the word hell in the blue letter, and it's the same word for grave, Sheol.
Right, that's the Hebrew equivalent. So these people in the churches, they don't know what the hell they're talking about, man. Go ahead.
This is 1 Timothy 1:4. Neither give heed to fables and endless genealogies, which minister questions rather than godly edifying, which is in faith so do. 1 Timothy 4:7. But refuse profane and old wives' fables, and exercise thyself rather unto godliness. Now back in Revelation 6:8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him, and power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth, to kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beast of the earth. And when he had opened
the fourth part of the earth, is really talking about Esau. You Edomites are going to gonna get jacked up. All right. All right, go ahead.
It says, and when he had opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of the Most High and for the testimony which they held. And they cried with a loud voice, saying, How long, O Lord, holy and true, dost thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth? And white robes were given unto...
I'm sorry, go back to that.
All right, this is the 9th verse. It says, And when he had opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of the Most High and for the testimony which they held. And they cried with a loud voice, saying, How long, O Lord?
Right. Those that were slain for the word is talking about the apostles. The first apostle that was slain for the word was James. Matter of fact, give me that James. What is that? James 12. I'm sorry, James. It's talking about James. Acts 12 and 4.
Acts chapter 12 and verse. Let me start at verse 1.
I'm sorry, verse 1.
Acts 12 and 1. Now about that time Herod the king stretched forth his hand to vex certain of the church, and he killed James, the brother of John, with the sword. And because he saw it please the Jews, he proceeded further to take.
Now, now James was an Israelite, a Jew, and when Herod the Edomite, talking about Esau can make it, well, Esau, the soul that sat on the seat, ruling the Israelites, put James to death, which was one of the apostles, and when he had them put to death by the sword, the Jews was happy about that, man. So you dudes out there that's trying to save all Israel, we're not here to save all Israel. All we're concerned about is the elect. We're not concerned about 2/3 because we already know that the 2/3 are not going to make it. We can give a flying F about the 2/3 of Israel. We look at you just like you a daggone Edomite, man. Go ahead.
It says, and because he saw that it pleased the Jews, he proceeded further to take Peter also. Then were the days.
So this scum rat, Herod, the king, he said, look, let me go get Peter. Let me get the head apostle. And then he wanted to go down and he wanted to kill all of them. He was looking to kill. That's what's in Esau's heart. So all this crap that you half-ass Israelites bring up about concerning Deuteronomy, the 23rd chapter and the 7th verse, first of all, it's not talking about Esau. And there's going to be a time where the Most High is going to start opening up on you Jakes and you Edomites. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sit back and I'm going to laugh. All right? Go ahead.
Right. It says, and when he had, then were the days of unleavened bread. And when he had apprehended him, he put him in prison and delivered him to the 4 quaternions of soldiers to keep him, intending after Easter to bring him forth to the.
And by the word there for Easter is Pasach, Passover. They wasn't celebrating. The Jews wasn't celebrating no damn Easter. That's a pagan holiday. Go ahead.
It says, Peter therefore was kept in prison, but prayer was made without ceasing to the church unto the Most High of the church unto the Most High for him.
So was Herod the Edomite trying to get this gospel? Because